Corpsepaint Show has been encouraging people to think for themselves since 2016. We are the only post-apocalyptic, post-lies, because we celebrate the truth, show on television, and we celebrate with dark forces at our beck and call.
Is that why our opening song is by Silvertongue Devil?
That's right. Sweet. Welcome back, Janie Slash.
Well, thank you. I'm
You've
glad
been traveling
to be
the world?
back. Oh, traveling the world, all the way to the far deserts of lands of Arizona.
That's right. Well, you survived it. I mean, there's rattlesnakes and there's roadrunners and there's...
I was at a resort.
Oh, okay. Hey, guess who...
What? This is blinking. This is freaking awesome. I love it. It's like a badass koala bear. I love that it blinks.
Well, speaking of koala bears, we're going to talk about drop bear beer.
Rawr?
Drop bear beer.
Roar. Is it roar?
We're from Texas, and we welcome from Swansea, UK, just south of London, on the beach, I think. We will double check that with our guests. Joelle Drummond and Sarah McNena. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hey, we see that Sarah is here, but I'm not sure if that's Joelle.
Who knows?
No. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Sarah is on our left and Joelle on our right, and these are two entrepreneurs, and we really want to celebrate creation, and that means making something happen out of nothing, like you guys have done by creating your own company. And the beer company is, well, would you explain it? Because I can't. How is your beer company different?
I'll let you do that one. Okay, so our beer company is different. First of all, because it's low alcoholic beer, so it's 0.5%. So it's a booming market right now in the UK, and I think it is growing as well in the US. And obviously we are two women. Well, I hope it's obvious anyway. So yeah, we're two women in a male-dominated industry, and we're just going out there and just, doing our thing.
Yeah, basically we're the only alcohol-free craft beer company in the whole of the UK that's run by women.
Great.
And also the only one that's run by LGBT plus individuals. So we're all about kind of empowerment, identity, equality, and kind of just representation, really. I didn't have any role models growing up that represented who I was. So we're determined to do that for other people.
Yeah.
This is fantastic, and I admire you and applaud and kudos to you guys for starting this company. So, all right, help me understand. Well, first off, I think it's wonderful that because when I think of craft beer companies, especially those over here, I think of college dudes who are hanging around, mixing things, and I don't know, I think of athletic jock types that drink too much beer and then they're not athletic, but these are two women who are doing it.
Yeah.
I love the whole female empowerment behind it, and especially encouraging, giving an option to those who don't drink. I think that's great.
Yeah.
What does 0.5 really mean? Is it the equivalent of like kombucha?
I think kombucha can actually be a little bit higher.
Yeah, like it can be really misleading, really. So 0.5, you could get that in a glass of orange juice. So the UK regulations are a bit of a nightmare at the moment. So if we took this beer to Germany, for example, we could sell this as alcohol-free and everyone would be happy. But here we're a bit more complicated, UK at the moment anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you know, like in a loaf of soda bread or orange juice, you could have the same or even more alcohol. So yeah, 0.5, it's negligible really.
Yeah.
It's virtually nothing.
Gotcha. Okay. So even in mouthwash in America, isn't there a tiny drop of alcohol in some?
No. You're a different thing. You have a different kind of alcohol.
Oh, I am? Okay. All right.
Shut down.
Don't be drinking mouthwash. It will not get you drunk. It's not good for you.
I did it once and it burns.
Yeah, it's a really bad idea. It's actually, I think on the bottle it says not to do that.
No, I'm not promoting drinking it. No.
I know.
I'm just saying. But look, all right, so it's 0.5, so virtually alcohol-free. This is the new wave. I'm convinced, Janie Slash, that when things happen in Europe, when things happen in the UK, it's a year or two later before it catches on here, but it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had a lot of demand.
We're definitely seeing the demand coming through from the US. Not as strong as in the UK and the rest of Europe.
Yeah.
But it's definitely there, and I think that people are screaming out for more choice in the US.
And a bit more of like an interest in brand and product. You know, there are quite a few brands out there now and quite a few products, but you know, people, it's like anything you go to buy, you want a brand that you can kind of get behind, that you can relate to, that kind of excites you.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want someone who is very clearly just making money off of it and is just doing it because there's a gap in the market, basically. Like, how boring is that?
Right, and we want to know your story. We want to know the company's story. We want a story, and I think yours is inspiring.
Okay. Well, it all started.
It started a long time ago.
It started, a couple of years ago now in Melbourne, Australia, where I'm from. We met. So that was the first time that we met.
Yeah, we met in a bar.
We met in a bar, and then we fell in love, and then I ended up moving over to Wales, to Swansea, and then...
Yeah, so fast forward a couple of years. Basically, Sarah and I were quite strong-minded individuals. We don't really like being told what to do, which can make working together interesting at times, I'm not going to lie. There have been, a few heated board meetings, let's just say.
Oh, yeah.
But, basically we've always thrown around ideas. Sarah, for health reasons, decided to go sober. And, you know, obviously we lived together, so I wasn't going to just sit there getting drunk on my own. Wouldn't recommend that.
Not as fun.
No. So I cut down, and we both really love craft beer. We like really exciting kind of things. We realised there wasn't really a brand or a product that we liked. So we were like, okay, let's just give this a try. So we bought like a massive saucepan, a thermometer, and we got a load of books from the local library. Spent 14 hours doing our first brew. We had absolutely no expectations because we know for a fact that we didn't do it all really by the book, and there was probably a massive risk of contamination of the beer. So we waited a few weeks. We were like, who knows? And it actually was like so good. It was better than anything we had tried.
Yeah.
So we were like, okay, crap, if we can do that with a saucepan, what the hell can we do with a brewery? So, we just threw ourselves into the world of brewing then.
Yeah, we thought we'd do it.
Taught ourselves.
Awesome. Yeah.
So what did you throw in this big, oversized pot? A little bit of orange peel, or I mean...
No, we made a stout. That was our first one. So it was a lot of grain, a lot of dark grain.
Chocolate malt.
Yeah, chocolate malt, some nice hops. And, you know, that's all it really should be at the end of the day. And some yeast.
Yeah, you got to have the yeast.
Yeah.
No, but we're really passionate about kind of sticking to the natural process. Yeah. A lot of alcohol-free beer, they tend to add in additives or lactose, which means they're higher in sugar, higher in calories. So, you know, they're not suitable for people with illnesses such as diabetes, people on a diet, and also, you know, in my opinion, milk just shouldn't really be in beer unless that's something you're really going for, like a milkshake stout.
Yeah.
So, you know, vegans also, that's a really fast-growing demographic. A lot of my friends are vegan, so why would we create a product they can't drink, basically?
Yeah.
So, basically, it's literally just beer, brewed as it has been for thousands of years, just without the alcohol.
Yeah, just a little bit less alcohol.
Yeah. A lot of experimenting.
That's awesome.
When you made this first batch, was your intention to make it pretty much alcohol-free at that point?
Yeah, but what we did originally is we actually just made it with a normal amount of alcohol, and then we burnt it off. But so as in we raised it to the temperature of where ethanol will
the boiling
evaporate.
point of ethanol, which is like 70 something. I can't remember.
Yeah. So yeah, that was an interesting time because there was just a lot of ethanol in the air, and we were just there in our kitchen.
We basically like hotboxed our kitchen with ethanol. So we were making alcohol-free beer, but we were like smashed.
We found a different method after that.
Yeah, we
found a reliable method then.
How did you go about? Did you take a lot of research and study time to find out the actual like safer method to boil off all the alcohol?
Yeah, I mean, it's a far simpler way, and all we do now is we just reduce the amount of grains that we have in the beer. So that means we reduce the amount of sugar that can actually be converted into alcohol by the yeast. So we just reduce it, and then we get less alcohol.
Yeah, it's just like a careful process because, of course, if you're going from like 2 kilograms to 200 grams, you've got to be really sure that the grains that you are using are going to have like the effect you need. So it just means you've got to be a bit more selective.
Yeah.
Which is fine because we only want to use the good ones anyway.
Top notch.
Yeah.
Good.
MVPs.
But at that point, you kind of knew that alcohol-free beer there would be a market for it.
Yeah, well, Sarah did. I didn't believe her.
Yeah, I mean, because I stopped drinking, but I still really, loved beer, and we still would go to the pub, and you feel a bit silly with like a glass of orange juice sometimes, or like a Coke. So I would ask people, have you got any alcohol-free beer? Because I've seen that, there are some around, and often it was like just a normal lager or something like that I didn't find that appealing. And I found that, there wasn't really much added value there for me. So I thought, okay, maybe there is a gap, because surely people who don't drink still want something nice and something interesting.
Yeah.
So then we kind of just went from there.
Yeah, plus people are really nosy, and I can't judge them because I am too. But, if you tell someone you're not drinking, or if they notice you're not drinking, they want to know why.
Yeah.
And, for us, we don't have a problem, so it's not so much of a big deal. But for people who maybe do have health reasons, or like mental health reasons, or, whatever, that they maybe don't want to talk about in a setting such as a nightclub, it can be really confronting. So, from our bottles, I know you can't see them in too much detail.
We can. We can.
They look good.
Can you?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, basically, you can't really, unless you read it like quite closely, you can't tell that it's alcohol free. So, for example, students doing freshers, we were doing some research before, and it was something like 70% of freshers drink in the UK because they feel like they have to.
Yeah.
Which is shocking. So, if, I'm not saying don't drink throughout freshers, but if there's one night maybe they want to take it a bit easier, they could have something like this, and they're not going to kind of stand out.
Yeah, we want people to feel included, because it can feel really isolating when you do quit alcohol, and your culture is quite into the whole alcohol thing.
Yeah, we're really into the pub scene in the UK, as I'm sure you know.
And in Australia, it's we're quite heavy on our alcohol. I think everyone knows that. So it is hard, and people do say, "Oh, what's wrong with you if you're not drinking?" And it shouldn't be so boring.
I hate that stigma surrounded about drinking. You know what? You have the right to not want to drink and not have to explain to people. I do enjoy the fact, what I do enjoy about it is I like that there is an option. So somebody who does not drink, or might be a recovering alcoholic, and maybe they still want to go out with their friends and they feel safe enough to be in a bar, but they still want to maybe have that taste of alcohol or be, participating. That's my biggest issue. That's what I always find out whenever I go drinking, is that not necessarily that I want to drink, it's that I want to participate with my friends. And that usually ends up with me being drunk. And I don't necessarily want to be drunk. So I like that there is an option that still tastes like beer, because I do enjoy the flavor of beer. It's maybe less, has less calories and things like that. That's also not going to wreck my body the next day or be bad for me, but yet I can still participate with my friends and have a good time regardless, because you don't necessarily need alcohol to have a good time.
Yeah.
It's just sometimes you want to go to the bar and have a drink, but you necessarily don't need the alcohol. So I think it's great.
Yeah,
I think it helps. I think it helps you have like more of a social life, even because if you go into the pub and you know you're gonna get drunk, you can only really reserve that for the weekend, because I don't have time for a hangover midweek.
Yeah.
Honestly, people are busy, so if you can go to the pub on a Tuesday, Wednesday night, have a 6-pack, and then go home safely, and then wake up completely refreshed the next day, why wouldn't you want that option at least?
Exactly. Or why wouldn't you want to say maybe every second beer or second drink I'll have a low alcohol drink, so
Right.
you keep it steady.
Right. Yes. Good point. And so I think what you're saying is that pubs need not fear drop bear beer, because they might bring more business in during the week, like you're describing, to the pub.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have said that, well, in the beginning, we have a thing, I'm not sure if you guys have it, called Dry January.
Yes.
I actually participated in that this year.
Oh, nice.
Congrats.
Awesome. And there was a lot of media coverage here around the fact that that was kind of killing the pub scene. And we just don't think it's true. We think that actually
100%.
we could help revive the pub scene here, because people want more choice, and they're just not going to go to the pub if there's not the choice. So
And I love the story, and our operations manager Ziggy has a question here in a second too. But I love the story of the origin of this. Is you saw the need when you were at the pub, and the only choice was something boring, but you wanted something a little more exciting, and you're now filling that niche. That's how a business is born. Pay attention, entrepreneurs and free thinkers. That's why we have interesting people on this show like you two.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see. You've started something, and I'm sure we're gonna see a rise in more and more like actual craft beer, non-alcoholic beer, because craft beer is huge. It's a huge deal. It's like a thing that everybody likes. We have more and more microbreweries popping up, more and more people brewing out of their house. At one point, I even wanted to try home brewing.
Oh, it's overtaken the big.
It's so fun.
I still want to try it, but I'm really like I'm trying to cut back on my drinking. So definitely, I like that you are home brewers that are non-alcoholic, because I bought all the stuff, and now I'm like, yes, I can make it non-alcoholic. So therefore, I can still be a home brewer, because it feels weird, the idea of actually home brewing but not wanting to drink it. How would you know it's any good? So you're definitely both very inspirational. I think what you're doing is great.
Great.
Thank you.
Nice. You're gonna make me cry.
Aww. You two are so adorable. Like,
thanks.
Together,
People
you're so
still
cute.
think we're students.
Yeah,
and
they
we're
think
like,
we're really young.
no, I definitely don't feel that young anymore.
I'm like, I'm nearly 30.
Yeah. You're like, we are
Ziggy, go ahead.
awesome female entrepreneurs doing amazing things and trying to, better the world with craft beer.
That's right.
Non-alcoholic.
I agree. Go for it, Zig.
Yeah, so I have a couple questions. Probably my first one would be, what is the beer that you've made that you are most proud of? And my second would be, what is the one that you was the most like exploratory, like this really surprising recipe that just happened to work out?
Okay.
I think the one that I'm probably most proud of is the tropical IPA, because they've got it's got these really nice Australian hops in them called Galaxy.
She's biased.
They're really hard to get. They're actually like sold out for the next 4 years in the UK, and you can only get them in one place in Tasmania in Australia. So I managed to get my hands on them. It was a little bit of a drama, but I managed to get my hands on them, and God knows how we're going to get them for the next 4 years, but we're gonna try. So yeah, that's probably what I was most proud of. Yeah,
I think our most exploratory one though, so when we had the idea of making a pale ale, there are quite a few pale ales on the market already, so we didn't want to just chuck in another one for the sake of it. So we thought, okay, what can we do to make this different and, craft? So we experimented with a couple of different fruits, but I think yuzu really stood out to us because neither of us had ever heard of it, and a lot of people now still haven't heard of it. It's a Japanese fruit. It's basically like a really ugly lemon. It looks like you've got a big fat lemon and thrown it on the wall. But it tastes much better than it looks, a bit like turkey. So it's a cross between a grapefruit and a lime, and it's just awesome.
Yeah.
So I think that was our more exploratory one, because I think we were a bit nervous because we weren't super familiar with the flavors to start with, but it was a process, and it was definitely a long one. But,
it took a long time to get the dosage right.
That was probably so stressful, but yeah.
So all that experimentation is still in your kitchen?
Yeah, it's
some of it's to the left.
Yeah.
I'm not going to look at it because it's not the tidiest right now. We just before we changed our method, we actually bought a 25 kilogram sack of a certain type of malt, which we now don't use at all. So we just have this sack of malt that's now become part of the furniture.
Yeah, but it's like hipster.
It's like, if we just call it hipster,
yeah,
it's okay.
Hipster, it's fine.
Put like a pair of sunglasses on it. Avocado.
I wanted to ask him if bears drop. If bears drop.
What does that mean?
If bears actually drop.
I think he
What?
wants us to ask you if bears drop.
Yeah, he's asking me to ask you. I'm like, why can't you ask?
Yes, they do, and it's not a joke because they're really dangerous.
Now wait a minute.
Koala bears are very dangerous.
What?
Aren't
If they have become a drop bear, so if
How do they become a drop bear?
they need to be bitten by another drop bear, and then,
It's basically like a vampire then.
and then they will drop on anyone without an Australian accent walking in the bush.
See? Okay.
Drop on.
Well, I'm going to practice my Australian accent then when I go back to Melbourne.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, you do that. When are you going to Melbourne?
Hey, look, when I was
when
I was in Sydney, I do recall seeing odd things in the trees, and I remember watching this creature, and I think it ended up being like looked like a big bat or something. But I know there are animals there that we're not used to.
What inspired the artwork? I love the artwork. The koala is so fierce, but
Yeah, well, we wanted something that was kind of fierce but cute and like us, I guess.
Yeah, it's just like cute but edgy.
Yeah.
I like
We're
it.
really small.
I totally see it, and like you captured it. You like hit that right on the target, right on the nose. It's perfect. It's both edgy and cute
It's slightly scary.
and slightly scary. I would not want that bear to drop on me. I'm just saying.
I mean, look at those teeth.
We're definitely scary in the morning.
Oh, God.
That is kind of what I look like in the morning.
Get out my face.
Especially if you wake me up before my alarm. I'm like,
Look at those teeth. Look at those teeth.
It's me.
Very scary.
Nice. Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
It's like there's a drop bear in the studio.
If you need a model for your next drop bear.
Yeah. For our next brew.
Yeah, in a couple
Totally
years,
unique.
when you upgrade, the image or change the image, then think of Janie
Or
Slash.
when you start your second beer line,
Got it.
Cool. In America.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, speaking of that, no, we cannot get it here, can we?
No, not yet. Some of our distributors might do it on, a one-off basis, but we are working on it.
Cool.
We just, because your state laws, I think it's a little bit different, so we need to kind of figure out if we can get it across there.
Yeah.
We really want
But
to.
we would like to.
Yeah.
Well, start with us.
Do you have any plans for expansion?
Oh, yes.
World domination first.
Yeah, we're not doing this
course.
like on a small scale. It's like go hard or go home.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
That's good. That's good. World domination of non-alcoholic beer.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
No,
like
we would love to get across to the US, definitely. Mainland Europe as well is something we're looking at, and maybe even Australia.
Yeah.
Who knows?
A lot of Australians have been asking about it.
Yeah.
I think they're fascinated by the drop bears.
They think it's funny.
Let's see how it works then. Yeah, very cool. Did you know there are more and more bars in America that don't serve alcohol? They're a bar that doesn't serve it. Austin, Texas started one called Sans Bar, SANS, Sans without Sans Bar.
Oh, like
Yeah.
French.
Sons.
Yep. Sons. And there are some in New York, and so I don't know, this might be a growing trend.
That's great.
People want to go out, they want to get crazy, they want to sing karaoke, they want to dance, but they don't necessarily need alcohol to do it. So if you're targeting America, this is a good time. I really foresee this as a movement.
Yeah, me too. It is definitely. I think since we only launched 4 weeks ago commercially, so we're pretty, we're very new. But it has been on our map hasn't it?
Yeah,
So-
well, just because we got a lot of Americans speaking to us and messaging us and saying where can we get it, and
Yeah.
so we thought, okay, that's good news for us.
Keep your eye out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you mind holding up the purple one that is nearest to Sarah and real close to the camera? I kind of want to know what that one is. Oh,
This one is the tropical IPA.
Yeah, nice.
So it's nice and bitter, but you've also got your tropical fruits on there from particularly the Galaxy hops, as I was telling you.
Yeah.
So for people who like more of a bitter, like strong kind of IPA, that one's for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blow your head off.
Are they all going to be fruity flavored?
No, definitely not.
So,
yeah,
yeah.
the yuzu, obviously that is a fruit, but it's more citrusy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's but you get a lot of toffee in this one as well, which is really nice because yuzu is quite tart, which is why it took us so long to get the dosage right, because obviously you wanted to be able to taste it, but you didn't want it to be like
Like eating a lemon.
yeah, like sucking, like those baby videos of babies sucking
Eating
lemons.
Yeah.
We didn't want like fun to watch, but no one's gonna buy it.
Do you
So
enjoy the tasting process? Have you is it disappointing if you ever had like a bad batch where you're like, oh, this tastes terrible? It's such
Yeah.
a long,
Yes.
such a long process brewing beer.
I know, and I'm really impatient. So the fact I could never distill spirits because that takes way longer
Yeah.
again. But like it takes a couple of weeks.
It
and-
is. It's a couple of weeks, and then you open it up, and you're like, oh god.
Yeah, it's really
crap.
nerve-wracking. Yeah, well, you haven't been too bad. I think
No.
it was just kind of one that was really bad. Our hop bag, it just burst. I don't know what happened.
Just got a hole in it.
So all the hops, usually they're contained in a bag, but they were just like in the beer, and I don't know why, but it tasted like egg.
Ugh.
Oh no, egg beer.
I want
is
to be like
bad.
drinking hops.
Let me tell you, a beer that tastes like egg is not something you want to drink.
What is it called? A carboy? The big jug. It's like glass or plastic. Is is that what
Yeah.
it's called?
Yeah.
Do you use plastic or do you use glass? Because I heard if you use glass, there's more of a risk of it like actually exploding.
Yeah, we've had that happen
we
twice.
have exploded a couple of things.
Yeah. That was
And I
one of
got
the
glass
things
in
I
my
was afraid
foot.
of. I was always hesitant to actually brew beer. Like I bought all the stuff. I went to we have a home brewing headquarters here, and I was like, I'm gonna brew my own beer because I used to be very passionate about beer.
Yeah.
And I bought all the stuff, and then I read like the whole temperature thing scared me off. Like you have to raise it to a certain temperature, and then you add the hops, and you do the sugar, and then you should put sugar in the bottles, and there's all this stuff involved. And then the possibility of my carboy exploding. I was like, I'm just gonna hold off. Like, did you have
was a
any
shock.
fears going into it, or were you just like, I'm doing this. We're gonna make it happen. It's gonna be amazing.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'd kind of done a little bit of home brewing when I was back in Australia, but I'd never done like full all grain brewing, so it's a little bit different.
To be honest, I didn't know it was a possibility until it happened. I guess I was just so focused on actually making the beer, I didn't look at any risks, which, don't do that if you're starting a business. Maybe look at the risks. But we were adding chemicals because we were sanitizing things, because when you're making beer, everything has to be so clean. Because any, germs in there, you're going to contaminate the beer and it's going to taste really bad. But yeah, I think the way we did it, the water was too hot, we added in too many chemicals, and it was in the carboy, which has a very small mouth. It's literally like that.
Yeah.
So it just exploded and the bottom came off. I got glass in my foot for a couple of days. I
Ow.
couldn't.
Oh, H&S.
Yeah, we have better health and safety regulations now.
That's
Don't
good.
worry.
That's good. If you get glass in your foot or anywhere, you soak it in olive oil. Did you know that? It'll help take it out.
Oh, that's a good tip.
Just in case
I
you're
actually
wondering.
wrote something the other day, and I think there's still glass down there.
I get glass on. I walk on glass for fun.
Yes.
I'm a sideshow performer, and I've learned that trick. Like olive oil, you just soak your foot in olive oil or whatever it is, it'll come right out.
Yeah.
It just comes out. Wow.
Well,
Yep,
it just
right out
slides
because
out.
it's so slippery. It just slides right out. Yeah.
I had to with a pair of tweezers pulling out my foot, and I was screaming at it.
It hurts. It
was
hurts.
fun.
It does hurt.
The worst is when you're like, is it still in there? I can't tell. So you just keep
Yeah.
poking at it, and then you just irritate it, and then you really don't know anymore.
And when she's like, oops, and it's like, what do you mean, oops?
And then,
Where's it gone?
and
Is it
then,
in my
like,
vein now?
and then if you have your partner pull it out, then you have to try not to kick them because when it hurts, you're like, oh,
Yes.
I can't kick my partner in the face. That's bad.
That's complex.
Is it
So, yeah.
so, Sarah and Joelle? Is it fair to say you're not telling people to stop drinking. You're saying, hey, let's meet in the middle.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's my personal choice to not drink anymore, but I would never prophesize or say to anyone else, this is what you should do in any aspect of anything. So yeah, we're just giving people the choice. If they want to choose that or not, that's completely up to them, but they should have that choice.
Yes.
Yeah, like I've been a vegetarian since I was 4, which is a long time now, and I've just never been that kind of person. Like I'm happy to talk about it if people ask me, but I'm not gonna like sit. All my family eat meat, and I cook for them, so I'm not gonna sit there and tell them what to eat. So I'm definitely not gonna sit there and tell them what to drink either.
Yeah.
It is just about having the choice, and every now and again I will have a glass of wine, and I'm not gonna lie about it. I'm not hiding it. But I feel better knowing that I can have this if I do fancy a beer, and then I've got to go drive somewhere,
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just options.
Options are always good, and I like the fact that you may be a vegetarian, but you don't judge the rest of your family if they choose to eat meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just personal choice. Everyone's got their own life. Everyone's got their own story.
Yeah.
Can't judge them for it. You don't know what's going on.
Everyone you're not hurting anyone, you should be able to do what you want.
Yeah, exactly. And everyone has their own ethics. So maybe you want to eat, no meat, but you're not like, oh, hey, that means you shouldn't either. You're just like, this is what I want to do and what I believe. Doesn't mean everyone else should do it. You shouldn't have to explain anything as to why or not.
I like your message.
I
like
think,
your message.
I think what you're doing is great.
For an upstart company, what do you find going on Instagram is maybe the best route, or do you try and just do Twitter and Instagram and everything?
So I head up the social media, so I'm probably going to answer this one.
Okay.
At the moment, we're on 4 platforms. So we have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and also LinkedIn. LinkedIn's obviously quite different. That's more for making contacts in the industry, because we're both new to this industry. By trade, I'm a French and Italian interpreter / translator. And Sarah does have a business background, so she's a bit more relevant to the company. I'm just like a randomer. But yeah, I'd say Twitter's actually been really useful for connecting with like distributors and like beer sommeliers, beer judges, kind of business support kind of things. But Instagram for connecting with consumers is definitely the best. And we both are really into our photography. I did photography at college, which is different to your college. I don't know what it would be like
junior and senior year, I think it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, I think Instagram's the best for connecting, at least with our type of demographic. Our like brand appeals more to the younger demographic, kind of 18 to 34-year-olds. So the visuals are really important. So, and you can have a bit more fun. Instagram's all about behind the scenes and just having a bit of a laugh. We don't like to take ourselves too seriously. Like it is a serious business, but it's the two of us. We're young. Relatively fun on a good day.
Yeah, we just want to enjoy our life and do something that we love.
At the end of the day, I just want to have enough money to go have a farm and like 1,000 dogs. So
there you go.
And loads of beer.
Yeah.
And loads of beer. I think you're doing it the right way, and right now, almost image is as important as anything else. And you've got a great image. You've got a great graphic artwork and logo and story behind it.
And you said you've only been doing this for a few weeks, as far as actually commercially out there?
Well, yeah, we've been doing it for 4 weeks. We've actually been commercially live for 4 weeks, but the whole thing started in October last year.
Yeah, so Sarah got the initial idea in October last year.
Yeah.
I quit my job in January. So I was running the business alone for a while, which was the scariest thing I think I've ever done, because when I left my job to fully commit to this, it was still kind of this abstract idea. I left and I was doing research. I wasn't like going and selling it, so there was no proof. There was we didn't even have it, so it was like, is this happening? Am I just kind of sitting around? Like I don't know.
Am I just unemployed and just playing around?
Yeah, am I just entertaining myself and really procrastinating in life? But apparently not.
No, you did a great job.
Thanks. And then Sarah left her job about 2 months ago now, I think it was.
Just a bit under that. Yeah, I think so. So that was a bit scary, but...
Yeah, she was going to leave in October, come in 2019, but I think as soon as we started getting messages from people, we realized how high the demand was. It was a lot higher than we thought. But, you know, because we're a startup, and I think there's always this kind of anxiety that it's like, what if no one buys it? You know, what if you literally have like thousands and thousands and thousands of beers? Like, okay, yeah, you can drink them, but you've spent a lot of money at the same time. So, but yeah, so Sarah made the quick decision to join me.
I did. Best decision ever.
Yeah.
Good.
That's good. That's good to hear.
In America, we call them incubators, but they're kind of support groups that help young companies. I think I read in one of the interviews that there are similar groups where you are.
Yeah, it's been amazing how much help we've actually been able to receive through the Welsh Government, particularly Business Wales, Q-Wine. There's been a number of other companies that have just helped us free of charge. So it's, you know, the thing I would say to young entrepreneurs, people just starting up, is take as much help as you can. Because, you know, you can't go wrong if you just ask for help.
There's no shame in getting help.
No.
In any aspect of your life. And, you know, it's unreasonable to think that you can be an expert in every single aspect of your business. Like, I am first to say I'm rubbish with numbers. Like, I cannot do a spreadsheet. Sarah can, but I need to understand it, so I'll go to a workshop and try to learn at least the basics about it. And I'm sure in these incubator programs that you guys have, you have similar sort of setups.
Yeah.
Indeed, yeah, and I think a lot of it is financial, like spreadsheets and such. The reason I knew, the reason I kind of saw that the UK was ahead on this is they have a festival called Mindful Drinking. Hey, do you mind right now if we show two websites? We want to show yours, dropbearbeer.com, right?
Yes.
And we want to show that website real quick, and then we also want to show the link to Mindful Drinking Festival.
Yeah, sure.
This is what we need in Dallas. All right, so this is what we're showing now. Joelle and Sarah is your website, which I find very cool and very colorful, and it's I don't know, it draws me in. And there's some good information there on you guys and the company and the beers. Dropping the alcohol, not the flavor.
Yeah,
that's it.
And it's all craft beer. So it's at that website, for anyone who wants more information, we suggest you start there.
Yeah.
And then you were a sponsor or a advertiser at the Mindful Drinking Fest. There's that website, the Club Soda Mindful Drinking Fest and Cocktail Masterclasses. So tell us a little about it. Is it all low or no alcohol vendors?
Yeah, it is. I think that it goes up to 2% alcohol now.
I'm not sure about the percentage, but
yeah, it's low and no, essentially. So they've got spirits, beers, wines, other mixers, that kind of thing. It's just all about being mindful about your drinking and engaging socially with other people who are like-minded.
Yeah, so it's in the centre of London. It's kind of like an open plan festival, free entry. Everyone can just turn up. So you're going to have all these different vendors from across the UK with their stalls showcasing what they have. And we've got a lot up our sleeve for ours. We're really excited.
Yeah.
But also there are going to be talks, guest speakers, kind of influencers in the movement, and also like cocktail workshops. So, you know, a lot of mixologists can do amazing things. So then if you go sober, you shouldn't be stuck with, you know, like an orange juice and fake rum or something like that, you know. So, yeah, it's really exciting. And I was actually always a little bit skeptical of alcohol-free spirits, to be honest. But last week just gone, we were in Imbibe Live, which is the UK's largest on-trade event for drinks. And we were there and I tried some amazing alcohol-free spirits. So I'm not sure how that's going over with you guys at the moment. But it's becoming massive here.
Massive, yeah.
And the things they're doing are like incredible.
The cocktails are awesome.
But like you can really enjoy them. It's like with the beer. Like I enjoy beer now when I drink alcohol-free beer so much more because I can actually savor it a bit more. Because I am a lightweight, so after 1 or 2, I've got a bit of a fuzzy head, and then I could be drinking anything, to be honest. But like if I'm sober, I'm really like kind of analysing the beer, and I can decide if it is actually good.
Oh, good
Same
point.
with spirits.
Yes. Yeah, very good point. And think about this too. You might save a life. You might save a few lives. If people are drinking your beer instead of something that is loaded with alcohol, and then they get in a car and drive.
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
Yeah.
And it happens, so.
Yeah.
Agreed. All right, Mindful Drinking Fest. I think, when is it? In 2 weeks?
20th of July.
Yes.
20th of
Yeah.
July. Yeah,
Awesome.
that's a great date.
It's a great day.
That's a great day.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Please keep us up to date, though. Let us know whenever you're here in the States, because we would like to let the rest of everyone know where they can get Drop Bear.
Yeah, and also there are direct flights from Wales to Dallas. I'm just saying.
Are you going over there to get alcohol?
Oh.
I don't know. Can
You
I
know,
bring,
Satan isn't a drinker. He doesn't drink.
I
Does
am
he
a-
not?
Right,
He
I
is
do
a
not.
non-drinker. He takes shots from people, and usually it's like, I'll give this to Janie.
Hey, you know, let
I
me just,
end up having to drink them. Or I pass
let me
them
just
to
touch on that. Let me touch on that because sometimes Janie Slash is in a bar and people like her. They want to buy her a shot, and so if your beer was there and she could say, "Hey, I want that Drop Bear," I'm just saying this is
We need non-alcoholic shots too, guys. So
that's what she was talking about too. Yeah.
we need those.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Like, they taste amazing. They
Actually
it's
taste
incredible.
really nice. Yeah. No afterburn either.
Yeah, because I
No afterburn.
I actually love spirits, but I just don't like the burn.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
again, I'm a lightweight. I can't cope.
No, there's that's where I run into problems, like issues in bars is shots, because people want to buy you shots. They're like, oh,
Yeah.
you were awesome. Let me buy you a shot. And then you're like,
There's always that one person that's like, let's get shots. And then
yes,
it's
a
just
round
all
of
lined up.
shots. So it'd be great if there was like a non-alcoholic, like pre-made shot that you could just be like, yeah, I want to, and then you don't have to worry about being like, can you make me a virgin,
Yeah,
green
exactly.
tea shot or something, or just give me, what was it I had the other day, cranberry juice and Sprite, so it looked like a shot.
But see, she had to work that out with the bartender in advance.
Yeah.
Really?
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, for
Like, it shouldn't have to be such a big deal.
it's crazy. Well, okay, so I work in a lot of bars because I'm a performer. I do burlesque and I do a lot of shows and I'm in bars frequently, and that's where I end up drunk because I'm always in bars and people are always like, "Let me buy you a shot." I mean, Ziggy, do you ever run into that problem being a comedian working in bars?
When people find me funny, yes.
Which must mean all the time because you are funny.
Ziggy's hilarious. I find Ziggy funny.
Hey,
Have to
I
check
think
it out.
it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we want you guys to stay in touch with us, and I will send you a link with the YouTube of this show, and feel free to share that. We want to get this word out as well about Drop Bear beer.
Encourage
And-
non-alcoholic craft beer.
Yes, indeed.
Craft
Awesome.
Yeah.
non-alcoholic.
And we'd like to say as well, you guys, we love your show and we love what
Yeah,
you're doing.
yeah.
So, and thanks for having us on. It's been awesome.
I love how you
Thank
support all
you.
these independent artists, and we just need more of that.
That's really great.
That's what we're about. And thank you very much for recognizing that. And look, the message is not just Drop Bear beer and non-alcoholic beer. The message is two people who did something and created their
Two
company.
Female entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay, girls.
Which is even more badass. Girl power all the way.
that's right.
Yeah.
No,
Women invented beer, and we're taking it back.
Yes, take it back.
take it back.
Yeah.
Drop Bear.
2019.
It is. It's
the year
29.
of women in beer. I like it. I dig it.
The time is now. It's 2019. The time is now for
Yeah,
something
we've
like
waited
this.
long now.
I know, I reckon.
I like it.
If there is a wave forming, I want to surf that wave with you, and I want you guys to stay in touch with us. We will be your USA
We're gonna
contact.
surf a wave of non-alcoholic
We
craft
are.
beer.
That's right, a big
Oh,
wave.
a fruity wave.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
crashing.
we'll definitely be
Watch-
in USA.
it. Watch
Yeah.
out for the drop bears.
Watch out.
Yeah, watch out.
They're coming for you.
It's not a joke.
They're gonna take the beer back. They're gonna be like,
And-
no drop bear. Yes, this drop bear beer can.
But look at their teeth. Look at those big teeth.
I like the teeth. The
You
teeth are
like
good.
any bang?
Thanks.
Yeah.
I can't see it. My head's blocking it.
Thank you.
I like it.
Thank you for watching and
It
appreciating our
looks
show.
like he's
And we
eating the back of my head.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
very slowly.
Well, when I had the mask on, I actually can't see that well, so I thought that was a real person.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, God, they're still.
Check on them, see if they're okay.
Like, are they alive?
I like your mask. It's super cute too.
Yeah.
I like it too, but it's really hot.
Yeah, masks are hard. They're difficult. It's hard to see. It's hard to breathe. It's hard to talk.
Hey, and look, for finding them on Instagram, it's very simple. It just drop Bear Beers, right? On IG, and they've got some cool posts in there.
Everybody go follow them on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook.
And LinkedIn.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Any other comments in the chat room?
Greg is a recovering alcoholic and is tired of sodas when he goes out.
Great point. See, that is a great. Thank you, Greg.
Cheers, Greg.
Hopefully we can do something about that soon.
Yeah.
And you know what? There's a lot of Gregs in the world, and they don't. Right? They don't want a Coke.
No, you don't want a Coke.
Coca-Cola.
Although we love Coke.
I do like a Diet Coke, but it has its time and place.
Don't sue us, Coke.
Please don't sue me. We're a startup. We don't have money.
We love Coke.
We love you, Coca-Cola.
No, but good luck on your journey, Greg.
Yeah.
Yes, and I think really we should have Joelle and Sarah back in a year, or maybe every 6 months, or whatever,
like to see
and just
where
get an
you're
update.
at and an update on the company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
That'd
you
be
have
awesome.
We'll just be
going on.
sat here in like suits and cigars next time.
That's right.
Yeah. You'll be like just throwing money in the air.
No.
With some beer. Be like, yeah.
That-
That's how you're gonna be. We're gonna be like, welcome. You'll be like,
Should be like my chauffeur
throwing
just
money
dropped me off.
everywhere. You're like, hey, what's
Look,
up?
we're not trying to make light of it. The point is, I know it's a lot of hard work.
No, it's
Running a
hard
company is a hard work, and
It's not just running a company; it's doing everything themselves and
Yes.
brewing beer.
yes.
Beer is a dangerous thing to brew, as they said. They've blown up some stuff. It happens.
Is there luck involved? Probably not. It's hard work,
Is it
and
like
you
when
just
it,
got to
when it
dedicate.
blows up? Is it like cool, like Mission Impossible blow ups, like buildings?
You mean the explosions in the kitchen?
Yeah.
Oh,
Dun, 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 dun. I wish we'd recorded them, but obviously we weren't expecting it to happen.
Yeah,
So
exactly. You need to just have like a hidden camera.
yeah,
Cameras
go
of a
for it.
craft brewer.
hidden cameras of a craft brewer. I like it.
I don't know.
No, it is a lot of hard work. We, especially when we had our full-time jobs, we were coming home at like 7 p.m. and then starting to brew into the night, and it was a lot.
You have to be really committed and really back yourself.
And you have to be awake because quality control, right? You have to like make sure
Yeah.
everything
Well,
is
that's when we
going
started-
just right. Yeah.
Yeah, don't get glass in the beer. Yeah.
Or your foot.
Yeah.
And have the long view. I mean, for all entrepreneurs, have the long view. Nothing's going to happen overnight, and you got to be able to see that vision of what you want to happen a year, 2 years from
I
now.
can't give up.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's something, even us, we constantly have to remind ourselves, because there are days where it's really hard. So, I'd say don't bother doing it unless you're completely in love with your idea, because, it's hard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's fun.
That's our 2 cents.
That's awesome. Well, we appreciate you guys coming on and talking to us today, and we can't wait to see where you guys are headed.
Thanks.
Awesome. Thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
Thank
Love
you.
Drop Bear Beer. Go check them out.
Yes. Check them out. Follow them on Instagram,
Thank you,
Twitter,
Joelle.
and Facebook. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Sarah.
Awesome.
Thank you, Joelle.
Thanks.
Bye. Have a good night.
Bye, guys.
Bye. We're going to go to bed now.
Okay.
Good night. Yeah, it's super late. We appreciate you staying up.
Really, man? Yes, they stayed up late for us because they're in Wales.
I would be asleep right now. I would be like I text sleep. I'd also be like, yeah, it's great. Beer.
No, well. And let me
I turn into a pumpkin after about 11.
correct my error from earlier. They were from Swansea in Wales, and so geographically I had that wrong when I did the show intro.
Shame.
All right, Janie Slash. We
Yes.
have a lot of photos.
We?
You want to talk about the events coming up first, though?
Okay, what events do we have coming up first? Roll events.
Well, okay. There's this
Ooh.
one. Look who's
Metal.
on that. Yeah.
2019 on 12 bands, August 16th through 17th. Where is that at?
Haltom Theater.
It's called the Halta Metal Fest.
Yeah, and it's hosted by Mr. Greg Spicoli
Yes.
of KNON and yours
Sweet.
truly.
You're hosting it too?
Yeah, Satan and Greg.
Didn't know Satan and
Yeah,
Greg
we're-
were hanging out. That sounds like a TV show. Satan and Greg.
Now, I'm
Chilling
not
on the couch.
not sure
drinking
what-
non-alcoholic beer.
What hosts do. I think we just introduce bands and make sure everyone is
You
having
don't know what a
wild
host
time.
does. You only host a show once a week.
I-
You're like, hey, this is Satan and Greg, and the next band is this badass band from
That's what we do.
Dallas, Texas, and
Yeah.
they're called
Vivid and Vulgar or whatever.
whatever it is they're called.
Well,
Hi, everybody.
Well,
This
bam.
is Satan with your
Well.
weather and traffic on the fives. The 405 is looking terrible today, but at least it's sunny outside.
Yeah, like that. and lots of cool bands.
Awesome.
We're gonna talk about the events coming up for Burlesque, and then I want to bring in a update on Liquid Death. As you see, another company that promotes non-drinking, even though their can looks just like a beer.
You know,
in recyclable
what's really
aluminum.
funny is that like the same day that he got that package for Liquid Death, I got like 10 packages of bingo cards for Burlesque Bingo, and he didn't even know they were. He was like, I did not order that many fucking t-shirts. I'm so sorry. And I was like, no, they're mine. They're bingo cards because it's a pile of like 10 packages. But he thought they were for him. I was like, man, you'd have been disappointed when you opened those. I'm like, what the fuck? These are bingo cards.
Hey, speaking of bingo, what's up on Burlesque Bingo?
I host Burlesque Bingo 4 times a week. You can come see me either on Monday nights at Fortress in Richardson, and it'll be posted on the Janie Slash Facebook page, so follow me, and also on Instagram under Janie Slash. So Monday night's Fortress starting at 8 p.m. Tuesday night is the Back 9 Bar and Grill, and that is in Addison. That's the Back 9 starting at 8 p.m. as well. And then on Wednesday, we have Double Bingo, which is at
Two
Vendors. I said double bingo. Just let me get there. I'm still doing this. I was at Bender's starting at 7:30 p.m. And then from Bender's, and Bender's is in Addison as well. It's off of Midway. Back 9 was off of Beltline. And then after that, starting at 10 p.m., you can find me back at Fortress in Richardson following trivia. At 8 p.m. they have trivia, and then 10 p.m. is me, and then stay after me for karaoke.
So the Fortress is right there on Highway 75.
Highway 75 and Arapahoe.
And it's always free.
All of it's free.
Burlesque Bingo free.
The bingo is free. The drinks and the food is not. But if you win a gift certificate, it could be free.
That's right.
But you won't know unless you come play.
And then we have 2 burlesque events coming up.
Yes,
and
coming
one of them
up
is to
on-
you right there.
Yes, Jesus, 4 times a week. Jesus isn't real. Okay, so, just kidding.
July 20th at Wits End.
July 20th at Wits End, sorry. July 20th at Wits End is deep. Hold on. Recompose, I got distracted. July 20th at Wits End is Deadly Sins Burlesque and Sideshow. That flyer was just up starting at 9:30 p.m. is the pre-show with Sideshow Rats, and 10 p.m. is the Burlesque show. It's emceed by Satan. All performers will be there this show, so come check it out. It's going to be a good time.
Only a $5.
And it's only $5 to get in the door, and it's 7 days before my birthday.
Yeah, big birthday party.
So, non-alcoholic birthday shots and Topo Chico for me.
And then later in the month, you're doing another big burlesque show.
On July 26th, which is actually the day before my birthday, we'll be at the Haltom Theater for the Haltom Hold'em Burlesque Review. It is $10. It is a beautiful seated venue. You definitely want to check it out. It's more of a traditional classic kind of rockabilly-ish burlesque show.
Yeah, that one is fun.
That one starts at 9 p.m. Doors are at 8.
So people can go
Tickets
to
are $10
either or
cash.
both to celebrate your birthday.
Yes. And tickets are $10 cash at the door.
Yep.
For Haltom
For
Hold'em.
Haltom. Got it.
Yes.
Got it. So Liquid Death sent me this cool T-shirt, and as you know that they have water in a recyclable aluminum
And
can.
despite what the can looks like and what it says, it will not kill you. So that's good news, guys.
People freak out. They see death. What? I'm drinking death. I'm drinking death. They have a cool
No,
website.
they're drinking liquefied death.
They have a great website, which is liquiddeath.com. We encourage you to check it out. You can sell your soul there. Yes, we're serious. You do sign a contract, and that is at liquiddeath.com.
But it's selective because they've already. Are they back up to where they're sitting, everybody? I thought it was selective.
See, I think the new one is you sell your soul, and then you buy a case and get one free. And I think that's open to all people with souls who want to sell them.
I
But
don't have one.
It is legally binding.
It is.
I already sold my soul for a whatchamacallit in high school to a girl named Danielle, who I'm friends with on Facebook. So if you're watching, hi, Danielle.
We have some good attorneys might be able to get you out of that one if you want to renew.
I feel like it's not fucking worth it. I got that whatchamacallit. I enjoyed it. Contract fulfilled.
Okay.
Well, if you are looking for an attorney, certainly call Satan.
That's right.
I would not let him like represent me in anything. Okay, just saying.
No, but he knows all of the attorneys.
All the lawyers work for me. Yeah.
I thought you meant he was gonna be my attorney. I was like, I feel like that's a bad decision.
Now, speaking of liquid death and recycling plastic, et cetera, there's always
And
it seems-
recycling the cans. Remember, liquid
right.
death. It's only half the job if you drink it. If you don't recycle it.
Yep, it's recyclable aluminum, so do it. great
Is
article
there
that we
non-recyclable aluminum?
a great article we got our hands on that is about how cities are challenged by recycling products, recycling bottles and plastic and all
Ooh,
this.
that's
So yeah, look at this. This is from New York Times, recent article, and how beverage companies want recycling until it costs too much. And another reason why we should cut back on plastic consumption, and that means single-use plastics. So that means yogurt cups and plastic water bottles and things like that.
I recycle my yogurt cups and my plastic water bottles at work every day
Good.
after I use them. I mean, I don't drink out of plastic.
Right. You don't want to.
No, it's bad for the environment.
That's right. Recyclable aluminum.
Drink liquid death.
Aluminum. Hey. All right. So burlesque is happening twice this month, and then burlesque bingo all the time.
4 times a week.
4 times a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. 2 on Wednesday.
Yeah, they have great food at. Bender's serves food, bar food. Back 9 has good food. Bender's has too, and Fortress has food too. Good food. I've only had the food at Back 9, but I've heard good things about Fortress's food and Bender's food as well.
And all right, so you said people can go to Janie/Facebook page for update.
And if you really like bingo and you like watching me burlesque dance, I don't know if you do, it's whatever. If you just like bingo or burlesque, whatever, or both. You can totally on Wednesday just go to Bender's, and then Fortress is like 10 minutes down the road. Just hop in over there too. Double bingo. Some people did it like last week or the week before. There was no
I've seen people at your events like, wow, bingo night, great. It's free, even better. And then the bonus is that there's a burlesque performance while they're playing bingo. So they're even more thrilled.
And it's okay. You can watch me perform, and you can even cheer for me. You don't have to do the weird, awkward, can I look? Is it all right? This is awkward, because that makes it even more uncomfortable for both of us. I'd rather you just stare at me.
Oh, okay. Hey, last weekend you were in Phoenix, Arizona.
I was in Fountain Hills or Scottsdale area, actually.
Okay.
But I flew into Phoenix.
And you attended the...
Mad Monster Party.
Which is a horror convention, right?
Yes, it's a fabulous horror convention run by Eben McGar.
And look at that picture!
And Jomo was there, and he was fantastic. That is me and Raindrops with Elvira.
Now, was this taken 1 week ago?
It was taken, it was taken last Friday, the Friday before last.
All right.
We waited 2.5 hours to take a photo with Elvira in costume. It was a lot of waiting and a lot of, do I go pee? Is it worth it? I don't know. That is right before me and Rain did our Devil's Rejects routine. We were in the Madam Monster Showcase. I was a cheerleader for Devil's Rejects, and one of the volunteers helped duct tape me up. He seemed to really enjoy it. He was like, take a picture. I want a picture of me duct taping her arms together.
You look pretty
He
concerned.
was really good at duct taping my hands. It kind of freaked me out a little.
All right.
I'm like, you've done this before.
You've bound people. All right. Now, you're holding a...
I'm holding Pamela Voorhees, Jason's mommy's head. That was the actual winner of the costume contest. They hold a costume contest on Saturday nights. He won the costume contest. It came down to, I believe, Jason, Freddie, and Michael. But Jason won. And that costume was fucking amazing because the head talked.
The head you were holding.
It said lines from the movie, the mother's lines and shit. It was amazing. I was like, holy crap. And he's like, I walked up and said, can I take a photo? And he goes, would you like to hold mother? He's like, yes, I want to hold mother's head. Of course.
Hold this head.
So I just held it and smiled.
Good picture. We got some others that might surprise people. Oh, what's
that's
going on here,
Zach
Janie?
Galligan's lap. He
Now-
was in Gremlins.
Zach- so
someone
he's the-
else did it first, and I was like, whoa, wait. You're letting girls sit on your lap. And so I did it, then Rain did it, and then another girl did it.
So
and
this
then
is
he
the
got very
little
popular.
kid from...
He's not the little kid. He was like a teenager, I think, from Gremlins.
From Gremlins.
He had Gizmo.
Yeah, he played Gizmo.
He wasn't Gizmo. Did he play Gizmo?
No.
No.
No,
he had Gizmo.
Yeah.
Don't be throwing me off, Ziggy. Hold on, this chair's bouncy.
Oh, I like it.
Those are my friends. I see them every year, and they always compete in the contest, and they have amazing costumes. Sorry for the contest. So she was the nun, and the daughter was La Llorona.
Leave this one up, Ziggy. Now, who's the dude
I have
photobombing
no
in the back?
idea. Oh, that's her. Oh, wait. I can't see because I'm not wearing my prescription glasses. That's their husband. That's her husband and her dad. That's Scott. He owns a company called Killer Hawks. They make badass Jason hockey mask replicas. From
Oh, I
the
see.
movies.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So he found his way into the
Yeah,
photo,
Scott.
but I love these nuns. Love
Oh,
them.
they're great. Oh, well, one's a nun and one's La Llorona,
Oh yeah.
the weeping woman.
Right.
Yeah,
The
she's
movie.
had a movie. The actress from that movie was a guest there. I didn't actually meet her.
Oh, no kidding.
I was really sad. I missed Doug Jones. I was going to see him on Sunday morning because Saturday was crazy because we were rushing off to get ready for the pageant, and then we had to rush back in. And I was like, oh, I'll just get him Sunday. I'll get a picture with him Sunday. And he went and did his photo op, and then he left. So I did not get to meet him, but I did get a photo with Adrienne Barbeau.
Nice.
Which I did not actually take a picture of and send to you, but me and Rain did. Adrienne Barbeau, she bought that for me for my birthday. Because at the Madame Monster showcase, me and Rain did the Crate Monster Fluffy. We did our Fluffy routine from Creepshow, because you know I fucking love Creepshow.
Well, we have some pictures coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also I did Pet Cemetery, where I was a decaying cat, and I pulled all my fur off. Out.
That's right. Angry cat.
Including my tail. That's me and Rain.
Look at this.
Rain was Baby from Devil's Rejects.
How can you not
That's us
love
at
this
the
picture?
Madame Monster booth.
Look at that.
These were vacationing psycho killers.
Right.
I thought they were great. I thought it was very creative. It's like it, Jason, Chucky, and Michael Myers.
Very cool. Oh, wait, this looks too violent.
Okay, so I have a weird thing. Every time I go to a convention, I have to find a Michael Myers, at least one, if not multiple ones, and make them kill me on camera. And it has to be photographed.
Did you recover?
No, I'm dead.
All right.
Still dead. Still actually in Arizona. I don't even know how I got here.
So who's got that cool purse of yours then?
I do. It's on the floor.
Oh, okay.
Why would it disappear? It was still with me when I died.
All right, so who is this?
Okay, so this is an all-adult puppet show that they have in Arizona. And he handed me a flyer, and he was hilarious. This guy would randomly pop out, and he would do, talking. He'd talk to you. And he'd hand me a flyer. And they show amazing things like Die Hard, A Christmas Story. And then also 50 Shades of Felt.
Love it.
So, yeah, they do all-adult puppet shows. So it's pretty rad talking to that puppet.
So that was you and Rain.
That is a Polaroid that was taken of me because this girl had a Polaroid, and that's me in my Pet Cemetery costume that Raindrops made me. You pulled the tail off, and there was a patch of fur that I pulled off that had a kitty bedazzled butthole underneath it.
Right.
That was the stipulation. She was like, I will totally make you this costume if you let me bedazzle you a butthole. And I was like, okay.
Thank you, Rain.
That's fine. I'm cool with that. That's the first thing she put on it.
That's a great outfit right there.
Yeah.
All right, so here we are, a little bit better. Janie.
That's the costume. I had somebody help me out, and I had somebody help me out on where to put the blood in at the bathroom. Weird conversations. Hey, if I were a dead cat
Where would the
that was
blood
hit
be?
by a car, where would the blood be? She's like, on your shoulder. And I was like, okay, that seems plausible.
That worked.
So, yeah.
Now, this one is...
That is an Annabelle doll. Their
Yeah.
parents dressed her up like Annabelle and were wheeling her around the convention, and she looked so much like the doll. It was creepy.
a real kid.
It was a real kid. Real live one?
Got it.
Yeah. It's not real still, but it's definitely alive.
Annabelle.
Annabelle. And that's me with my spider can.
Spider Can.
Spider
at Mad Monster.
can at Mad Monster. And that's me at the Madame Monster booth. I'm dressed very much the same. Which I went and saw Spider-Man today. Far From Home.
Far From Home.
It was good. I liked it.
Real good.
Spider-Man's my favorite. Yeah, I liked
Top
it
movie
a
right
lot.
now.
It's really good. It's really good. You know, Tom Holland, is that right? He's a great Spider-Man. He's really good. He's good.
Yeah, cool.
I don't get to the movies much, but when I do, I go see
You
Spider-Man.
see Spider-Man.
Always. I got these sunglasses at Mad Monster.
They're very cool, too.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun time. I like it a lot. It was great. I saw Matthew Lillard and Robert Patrick have a mini little showdown, and Matthew Lillard tried to draw on him with a Sharpie.
Like a minor argument?
It was really, really funny. And then Matthew came over and was like, you deserve better than to have him as a neighbor. So it was fun. And then we were also next to Lainey Miller, Dick Miller's widow. She was really, really nice. It was cool being, I've never had a table. We were almost like guests.
You're like
It was
guests.
pretty
You're right,
rad.
VIP, man.
It was cool. And then Sony Voodoo, she helped us out, get us the table set up and get the show together. And it ran really well. And I met some amazing people.
Do we have more pictures, Ziggy?
I think that's it.
No, I think there's some surprises.
I don't like surprises. I'm scared.
No, I thought there were.
No, I think that's it.
All right, so
There's what?
Oh, okay. Well, we threw this in. Yeah.
I didn't approve that.
That was last month. You ran Spartan. This is something to be proud of.
Okay, I ran Spartan.
And this is you finishing.
That is me finishing. The week before I went to Arizona, I ran Spartan. Yes,
Whoa.
and I finished. I
Yeah,
ran it
and-
with Raindrops. That's my finisher photo.
No, that's a cool picture.
It's all right. I'm wearing no makeup and I'm really sweaty and gross because it was at 5 o'clock.
You ran it like a 5-mile obstacle course.
Yeah. I didn't look good.
Kudos to you. Kudos to you.
Then I went to the spa. It was nice.
Mad Monster is always fun. It's an annual horror convention in Arizona.
It's in Arizona and it's in North Carolina. Like once a year. So definitely, if you get an opportunity, check it out.
And
it's amazing. It's for the fans. It's like a family. I've been going every year for 5 years now, and I know almost probably 30-40% of the people are regulars that I see every year, and it's so good to be like, hey, what's up? How have you been? And catch up, and it's like you haven't missed a beat or missed any time, and it's amazing. And the people there are great, and I just love it.
Yep. It's small and a little bit more, like you said, family.
And the owner of it, he's this badass director, but he is actually, him and his wife are vegan, which is really cool because they also usually will have some type of animal charity there, and they also make sure to have vegan options on the menu because they do a special menu every year. It's just cool. It revolves around the guests, so it's nice that there's all these different options. You know, as we were talking about, like having a non-alcoholic beer and in bars and stuff like that. Food is important as an option too.
You got it. There are some cool events coming up at Gas Monkey, Janie Slash.
Awesome.
That Corpsepaint show is co-presenting.
Sweet.
Let's
go over those. Well, I want to know what they are.
The first one is Tuesday. I'm going to go to it after the Burlesque Bingo, and it's a Legion.
Ooh, I like the way it's spelled.
Legion, Ex Mortis, Reaping Asmodia. That is some deathcore.
That is some deathcore.
And 2 local bands, Renitus and Suffer the Human Condition, that we support. So, man, that's Tuesday night. Get tickets for that at Gas Monkey. There's Renitus, covered their latest album, and Suffer the Human Condition is there as well. So we support those guys. Some good North Texas metal. Opening the night on the 9th, which is Tuesday of this week. Sweet. At Gas Monkey Bar and Grill. Now,
is that what that's called?
Coming up after them, the next one is Holy Grail. This is a very cool night as well with Striker, Bewitcher, and Protest. We're co-presenting that one. Mm-hmm. And tickets are only $12.
That is a great price. I bet it changes and goes up at the door, so you should just get your tickets now.
Yeah, go ahead. Look, life is short. Buy those concert tickets. So another great night there on that one. All right, so there's a bunch more coming up. This one is The Alarm. We're not co-presenting this one, but I just want to point it out.
Aren't you a huge fan of The Alarm?
A huge fan. Of course, Modern English will be there. So if you love 80s music, Gene loves Jezebel.
Modern English is like,
I'll
Stop the World and Melt with You.
Yeah.
They were playing last night when I was at Free Play.
Yeah. So The Alarm, Modern English, Gene loves Jezebel. Some great 80s.
And it's getting better all the time.
My point
I'll just sing it for you.
Is that Gas Monkey... Okay, keep singing.
I'm done.
Gas Monkey has some, some great metal and other, types of music there as well.
Core is going to be there on Halloween.
Yeah, we're coming up to that one.
I'm so ready for Halloween. The month of October is my favorite October month.
All right, so Decrepit Birth is the next one, and that's with some other great bands as well. I Am Destruction and Estionics are both excellent local metal bands.
Is that how you use Estionics?
Yeah, and that's Colby's band. So we're co-presenting this one. That is Friday, August 2nd. What a great show that one is, too. So let's see. The next one after that we want to highlight is Born of Osiris. This is with Band Omens and such. That's Friday, August 9th. Now, this is a huge event that is with a ton of bands, and it's a big metal festival as well. That one is coming up in August as well. I'm trying to look here what the next one is. And, is it Three Teeth? Yeah, with Author and Puncher. And look who's opening, Janie Slash.
I can't see.
Bit Rot.
Fuck yeah.
Lana Del Rabies.
Oh, yeah.
Author and Punisher and Three Teeth.
I get really excited about Bit Rot. I mean, Three Teeth's great, but Bit Rot, I love Bit Rot.
You got to be there early for that one.
Bit Rot button somewhere on my desk.
Yeah, so
you can't see it, but it's there.
Our goal is to have Bit Rot, or at least a couple of members or a member, back here in the studio before that event to talk to us about their show, about their music, and about their new release, new music coming out. and this big event at Gas Monkey. Three Teeth. That'll be a great night. That one is Saturday, August 10th. All right, Demons and Wizards. We're co-presenting. That's with Lizzie Borden and Tyr.
Where are the witches?
They'll be there. Look at the date. It's Monday, August 26th.
Sweet.
That's the night the witches come out.
I don't think so.
No, it is.
No, clearly it's for Demons and Wizards.
Demons and Wizards.
I see no witches allowed.
All right, another great event. Demons and Wizards. Hank Von Hell, as you know, the former lead singer of Turbo Negro, along with Spiders, the American Fuse. So last week when we had Jeff Bam Bam, he's going crazy over this lineup, and I can see why.
Shout out to Jeff Bam Bam for taking over and filling in for my spot while I was in Arizona living it up. Actually, I was on the plane. Satan was like, watch it. I was like, I'm on the plane. I can't fucking watch it.
Look,
Trying to sleep.
Do you love raunchy, sleazy rock and roll that is just greasy and fun? Go to get tickets for Hank Von Hell. This is like seeing Turbo Negro, and that is going to be a wild night.
Get it on, get it
Yeah,
on.
I mean, I'm serious, man. All right, so the next one is, after Hank Von Hell, is Arcona. Look who's opening for them, Janie / Silver Tongue Devil. You mentioned him earlier.
And Metzatol.
And Metzatol from Estonia.
Silver Tongue Devil does our opening song.
Got to be there on time to see Silver Tongue Devil. Local Dallas metal. That is power excellence. But Arcona, man, wow. Great Russian metal. And it's so great to have them with that powerful female lead singer. El Uvete and Corpsepaint gone in April. Now that's Tuesday, September 24th. Another fantastic lineup, man. Wow. We're getting some great European metal coming right here to Gas Monkey.
Yep.
They love the venue. Bands love the venue.
How can you not love the venue? The venue's fucking amazing. I've performed there twice. It's incredible.
So I was out.
Live and bar and grill are great. I've performed both twice, actually, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
Scary Cherry at
Look at you.
Bar and Grill and Deadly Sins at Live.
All right, so we're going to bring up that last one again. It's Obituary and a Bath, Midnight and Devil Master. So a friend of mine came up to me last night.
Oh, you have a Devil Master shirt. Didn't you go see them?
Yeah,
It was during the
yeah.
Rogue Angel show earlier this year.
Yes, indeed.
Like,
So these guys, Devil Master and Midnight, utterly fantastic. And
Midnight, is that the guy with that wears the
mask.
The mask?
Yeah, the hood.
Oh, I still haven't seen them, but he was super cool.
Wow, what a show.
Doesn't he have like a Uriah Heep tattoo?
Yeah, good memory. Yeah. Apparently it's very small. You can't really see it. But he did tell me he's got him on both shoulders. Yeah.
Sweet.
All right, so when we're talking about a Bath, there's his website. New album is called Outstrider, and that is just released, and now he's on tour promoting the new release. So a Bath, Obituary, Devil Master, and Midnight, your favorite.
Midnight's
What
not-
a freaking night that's going to be, September 28th.
I don't even.
Yeah, they're wild.
I'm sure they're great. I haven't seen them.
Absolutely wild. What did you see Midnight? You are a fan. You into metal? You into...
When is it again?
September 28th.
What day is that? I mean.
That's a Saturday.
Oh,
Yeah. Saturday.
sorry. I fell into the microphone.
All right, and then there's one in October we wanted to highlight, and that is Look, Jamie!
Yes! When is it? Sorry, I got excited.
Thursday, October 3rd.
I won't yell in the microphone again. Oh, I can go.
Thursdays are always good for you.
I don't have bingo. If you want to hang out with me, Thursdays are a good day for me. It's like the only day I have available.
All right, are you sending a message?
No, I'm just
So-
saying for friends.
Muni Waste and Napalm Death.
Somebody buy me a ticket for my birthday.
Municipal Waste and
I'm poor.
okay, but look, I want to see the lineup again. There's all these other bands.
I don't care.
You just want to see that line.
I just want to
Sick of it all. Revocation and Voivod. Psychroptic. Take offense. Skeleton Remains. Conjurer. Oh,
Damn.
man, what a night.
Is that like a 4:00 in the afternoon show?
No, doors at 3. You're exactly right. Show at 4.
See, that's a lot of fucking.
And that's at
venues.
Live,
I guess
so-
I'm going straight from work. I'll see you there.
Go straight from work. Get there early.
Somebody buy me a ticket.
They will.
It's my birthday coming up in 2 weeks. Or is it 3? 3 weeks.
Yeah, about 3 weeks.
3 weeks is my birthday.
Janie Slide.
Also, I have a few. I had gotten some photos made up. I don't have pictures of them now for Mad Monster, and I have some available. So if you would like to purchase any, you can just let the Corpsepaint show know. Go through our messenger, and we'll send you one.
Okay.
For $5.
So yeah, so you can
Plus shipping,
message us on
it's maybe like $10 total.
message us on Facebook. You've got some great highlighted photographs.
Yeah, I have a creature from one with me, a creature from Black Lagoon, a attack of 50-foot womit.
Well, let's bring them next time and show them for sure.
Okay, I'll bring them next time and show.
Yeah.
But can I continue talking about
You
what
can.
they are?
You can.
Okay, attack of 50-foot woman. I have one that's my profile picture on Facebook, which is me as a witch with my rat Pip. And then I have one that's with me and Lloyd Kaufman from a movie short called Murder Balls that was done with Little Spark Films. I have a few of those left. And then I've got, what else did I get? Anyway.
Yeah, I like that one of you with Lloyd, and in fact, all of them.
Yeah.
They're very good. All right, so we'll show this next time. And speaking of that, we definitely want to give a shout out to Little Spark Films and Dead Red Queen Records. We support those guys. I've got one of their tapes right here. But Corpsepaint Show is always in need for helping us to underwrite and cover costs for this studio. We do pay a lot for it. So if you go to our website, which is corpsepaint.net, and then look at the sponsorship tab, there's an option there for you to PayPal any amount. It does help us in keeping the show on the air. We pay a lot for this studio. We want to keep bringing you interesting guests like Joelle and Sarah from Drop Bear Beer and other trends and stuff going on. There's our website right there. Thank you very much, Ziggy.
Thank you so much. I'm so sorry, Ziggy, for your ears. I didn't think I got excited. This is what municipal waste does to me.
Did you blow his ears out?
Yeah, I saw. I can't see much, but I saw this.
Oh.
Sorry.
And the sponsorship tab is on the far right. So
if you would like to sponsor us, if you like what we're doing and you help us, we're independent. We support this.
We're independent and we support independent.
It's expensive and we could use any financial help we can get. And we would love to help do a thing where we can represent you and push out your stuff and help us in return. So it's like we help each other out. That's what we're about.
Thank you. Yes. Please make a donation. Please consider a donation directly to our show.
If you donate, we have some stuff we can send you. I was like, thank you.
Definitely can.
There's an exchange.
Yep. And next week we'll show those photographs that you have and talk about how people can obtain those as well. Yeah. But in the meantime, they can reach out to you on your Facebook page.
Janie Slash. And my Instagram is Janie Slash. Just request me and send me a message and be like, hey, I've seen you on the Corpsepaint Show or at Deadly Sons. And then I will more than likely approve your request. So you're not spam or a bot. We
definitely appreciate our viewers and listeners. We really do. And let's get the word out about this show. And remember, all of them are archived on YouTube. Hey, Ziggy, are we forgetting anything, or do you want to chime in on any subject?
I just let all our delightful viewers know to enjoy all of the shows here that we have at On Air Media. And if you like the Corpsepaint Show, you might like something else. So swing by our website and give it a try.
And that website being On Air Media?
Yes, that website is on-airmedia.com.
You got it. All right. Very good heads up. Thank you for doing that. Janie Slash, man, we look forward to people can see you live and in person doing bingo all week. And then, of course, on stage doing burlesque on the 20th and the 26th this month. Mm-hmm. Thank you again to Drop Bear Beer.
Oh, and there will be cake at the show on the 26th because it is the day before my birthday. So we celebrate my birthday at the Haltom Study show. There will be cake? There will be cake. It will be free cake.
Oh, okay.
Because it's a happy birthday. It's also Satan's birthday is the day after my birthday. So you can come out. He'll be there too. He's emceeing the show, both shows. So he'll have cake too. He just doesn't eat cake.
Okay. Well, yeah, maybe some that's, sugar-free or whatever. Janie Slash, good to have you back.
Remove the sugar from cake?
And heck yeah, man. It's so good to have you in the studio.
Glad to be back. Who's our guest next week? Do you know yet?
I don't know yet. I don't know yet.
So
but I can tell you about a couple coming up. It looks like we will have Martin Atkins from Pigface. Sweet. We're arranging that for later this month. That'll be super good. And then, of course, don't forget Proscriptor.
Proscriptor will be here, and that's in August, right?
Yeah, it looks like it looks like I had to work out August for him. So he's definitely returning to the studio to talk further to us.
Cool. He's a great guest.
We have others as well. Just keep it here. We'll always give you updates on our Instagram and Facebook.
Follow our Facebook and Instagram, Corpsepaint Show.
We should go. Anything else, Janie?
That's all I got. Have a good week.
Adios.
We'll see you next Sunday. Same
we
time,
hope
please.
You get what you deserve.
Bye.
See ya. We want you to elevate your life by going underground. By that we mean supporting independent art, independent music, independent print, independent movies.